our dreams to run out. We can do so many things together, so many. I know that perhaps regaining your trust will not be easy, but you know how things were. That you broke my heart when you decided to walk away. Because I could not give you what you were expecting. I don't wanna be free.
555. Good morning. It's 555 and sorry. So this is real big today again because Mercury has now gone direct and now is passing over that 24 degree that I did a few weeks ago, or maybe like 7 or 10 days ago, and now we're repeating that point. What's different this time? I actually added the new Isis, and her contribution to this wonderful reading would be about practices. It'll be about the process that we go through in dark times, because it'll go along with the wonderful channel's name, In Your Darkest Hour. And so far, as you can see, it's wonderful and calm. The messages here are very simple. The beta spirit of the spirit wolf is about really grounding yourself with simple things like rest. And it says that give yourself enough rest, only then will you be able to ground yourself enough to cultivate focus and motivation to fulfill your path. You will find a way through any tricky situation as you tune into your instincts and trust your own timing. From those times of change, our uncertainty comes confidence, love, and resilience. Embrace transition. Commit to take your tasks and stay focused, but be flexible in your approach. You have the skill to intuitively handle any issue. Isn't that amazing? That's like a message I really need. And it says what? It's a slow process, but quitting will speed it up. And we have the sounds of Archangel Metatron right now, remembering who you are, that all of the spirituality is within you. It's not anything that you need to adopt. And then we have the message of Isis here. And it says charging sacred objects of power. And if you've been watching, I started with these, and so I did charge them up and asked me to cleanse them, and I did. And they're nice and new here. And I have things here that are 2 billion years old. I have a shungite there. I have, oh look, the lapis lazuli is shaking. See, I have all these wonderful, these quartz crystals. And so, sorry, I had some coffee. Whenever you're doing this, she has a message about this. She says, sacred tools and objects can become an extension of your energy field, focusing your power and intention, helping you heal and split between spirit and matter, and learning to bring physical matter more deeply into light and life. You are encouraged to work with sacred materials in a conscious way to help you own healing and enjoyment of the material world as part of your spiritual practice. Your love for physical world of matter is a gift to the earth too. Loving your spiritual self and adding matter is a gift to everything. That means that we incorporate every part of everything we know in our spirituality. We come with everything, you know, heart, mind, soul, and matter. Possession, things that we find to be precious. And so that 24-degree mark here is in its exact like about now. And it also this time is the closest to that 24 degrees in Cancer. There, so my 24 degrees of Scorpio is in a little trine to Jupiter. So that's also ultra spiritual. So that's like something that happens very rarely, and I'm very happy to have this transit because it has like Uranus really expanding to like its really highest, because Uranus moment is a very short changing moment. It's not anything that lasts, but with Jupiter there, it could really grasp something and hold it there for a moment, and you can really be able to have that happen to you. So let's get into it. It's 6 right now, and I of course have done my shuffling here before. We went over everything, right? It's a slow process. I have this feeling on this reading that we're gonna be taking it easy, but then again, hey, it's a Uranus reading. What can we really expect, you know? So I shuffled these already. I was in a great mood. My pre songs were amazing. My pre-meditation was like the best it's ever been. Like every song was like the best song ever. I do come to find out now that like since I've been doing more of these intuitive like readings and stuff, like music that comes to me that used to be part of my pleasures that I enjoy are really now messages, and I have to realize that I hear them differently because I'm not really looking for those songs. They're songs that I'm someone who I'm looking for a song that reflects how I feel on the inside, but lots of those songs, even though I know them, they're not how I feel necessarily in the moment. But when I allow myself to let it protrude itself of presenting itself and listen to it, it's like this might be the thoughts of another person or about a situation or something, and I have a different relationship now. Anyways, let's get into the first card here. I'm so excited. Wow, the Emperor. We are standing strong in our moment here, and confidence is really there here. And where we're coming from, yeah, look, we've really are tightening up and cleansing and healing some real core behaviors here. Here we are. We're in a 9 of Swords here, so it's probably just because there are things that's going on. Your transition point here. It's a journey, and it's a long one. And it says it's a slow process, but quitting won't speed it up. So you can see, right? It could be here. Let's hear the ending here. Why? Because something new is coming down. You know, it's always darkest before dawn. And that's probably why, like, the angel messages are not, oh really? Oh yeah, here they are. So, I mean, how sweet is this? There's a choice in lovers here, right? There's a lovers. And there is a choice. And there is some envy there. Some looking at someone going towards a new commitment. I mean, this has commitment everywhere. So, this might be today, but this is coming down the line here. Wow. Yeah, as I said, that's why those angels are like, take it easy. Where are we? All right, so let's go to the past here. 3 of Cups. Yeah, there was some fun times here. Yeah, it took some time to go into ourselves here to become this emperor. We really had to really think about this here, what's going on here. And the wheel of fortune is turning. Time is here. We have here. And look, right under the 9 of swords, you have the 9 of pentacles. And so they're both, and everyone here is at a very standstill moment, as you can see. And what we have here, we have the 6 of pentacles, equalness. So we're heading towards some balancing times in our life again. So let's see what this emperor is in this moment about. Yeah, how about the hermit with the hermit? Let's get the wand out. It's nice when you can get these, right? The emperor is standing still because he's still in contemplation. So it says that we are still in deep contemplation about a lot of things right now. Hence the suffering in silence. Do I go? Do I stay? I'm in control. That's a Brandy song. Brandy, I love you, by the way. Yes. I don't know, that came from nowhere. But that's where we are. You can see how, but here's a little more, right? The emperor is looking, the hermit is looking back at the past year, and it's about to have some sort of reflection moment. And so is this hermit here. I love when that happens. And what do we have? The emperor at the top here, and we have the empress in the middle of the reading. Could we get more lucky here? Well, look what's here. Time is of the essence. And suffering in silence isn't always because something bad. Well, yeah, because you never, when you've been through a lot in your life, you got to keep every possibility open. The older you get, the more skeptical you get. You realize, things could be a certain way. And what do we have at the last part here? We have the High Priestess. Yeah, we don't know what's really happening right now. We don't know what's down. We don't know what's down the road here. But so far, yeah, the Emperor and the Empress. That's who's here today. It's about them. The Isis, by the way, card is a high priestess deck. So it's all about teaching and stuff like that. So here it is, Also for him, he doesn't know, Also for him, he doesn't know. So, and here he is. Well, let's go down to find out over here what this little suffering situation is about here. Yeah, because this thing is gonna moving to good times here, or move away from the storm here. What do we have here? And we have a surrendering. This Two of Swords doesn't have a face. It's on its knees with the swords at the bottom, and it has two minds and it doesn't know pretty much, but it's surrendering to time. What do we end here with? We end with a 9 of Cups. Hallelujah. That's amazing, right? Because in a line here, what do we have? The Emperor and the Empress is heading for their dreams, what they want in their life. Let's see what ended this deck here. Yeah, a King of Pentacles looking. A King of Pentacles is also not moving because it's a time of stillness right now. What do we have here? And we have an Ace of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Receiving that key again to get to this Ace of Swords. Wow. This is a great reading. Seriously. Wow. I mean, here's another little story here. From our rest, our reflection, we've popped into our Empress energy, and now we've surrendered everything. Surrendered everything to get to this Nine of Cups. You know, and then here, we even have this. We go from suffering in silence 9 to here. What? A single woman and 9 of Pentacles to 9 of Cups. We have it all here. You know? Maybe we're 9 of Wands right now. We're tired, but an Ace over here. Prosperity begins after a spiritual union. After some people get away from some jealous people. And wow, how nice is this? That in this story, look, from the Ace of Cups, this dream comes again. Healing comes. And he comes out from his big, long journey from here to create this balance and this give and take situation. Well, that is this wonderful reading for Mercury and Jupiter. And here we have what? Here we have the Three of Cups, the Hermit, the Six of Swords, all to the Nine of Cups. So we go from the way past to the future, that it's gone through a cycle and it becomes a Nine of Cups.